If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
What was it?
17, 18 games schedule.
Oh, the biggest issue is going to be the fact that training camp's going to be shorter, so it's going to be more condensed as far as getting a team ready to play. You know, it's going to be harder. I mean, you know, it's going to be interesting. You're going to want to put yourself in a position to come out of the gates and win games early.
If you were a player, how do you think the players will receive?
I think they'll like the fact that they don't have to be in training camp as long, and then they won't like the fact that they have to play more plays during the course of the season, you know, and expose themselves to injury.
John, how does it affect evaluation? I mean, because clearly if you've got 2 preseason games, you've got to start getting your starters ready.
Right.
So how does that impact the evaluation of the players?
Well, it's a good point. It's probably going to make it all tougher and quicker, and you're going to have to make. There'll probably be more mistakes. More guys will get released that'll show up somewhere else and play.
Are you more likely to have a team-to-team scrimmage? Some teams do that now.
If training camp is long enough, if you have enough practice days, yeah. That's all stuff we kind of talking about. It's funny you guys are bringing this up because we were having a conversation in the meetings yesterday. Coaches were all whispering, "Will we have a scrimmage? Will we have time to? How are we going to work this out?" You know, it's going to be the same for everybody. So competitively, there'll be no advantage. It'll just be whoever kind of figures it out.
Is there talk of like maybe spring ball or something?
What?
Spring ball for young guys?
Yeah, making the OTAs mandatory, possibly. See, I think that guys need, although players may not always admit it, you need a certain amount of time to prepare to play football. You know, I mean, it's a hard game to play. And just football movements, just the movements without the contact, so you don't have pulls and aggravated hamstrings and things like that. You only can really do that by, you know, practicing.
Well, John, let's say if you had an 18-game schedule, I mean, it's 2 preseason games. How do you go from 1 weekend of preseason to the next Thursday playing, and then get ready for the season? You get guys ready on 4 or 5 days.
Well, to me, that would be absurd. I mean,
it would be absurd.
You'd have to have a long week between the 2 preseason games, in my mind. You'd have to play the preseason game on Thursday, and then play the next one on, say, Sunday or Monday, and take a big stretch there so you get enough practice in it. You know, I could explain it like a little condensed version. Is that the proposal? I don't even know.
This was brought up. Question was brought up.
Yeah, that would make no sense to me.
I mean, do you like the idea of expanding regular season? You don't care.
I think whatever's best for the league. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, more meaningful games are good. You know, I'd rather coach a regular season game than a preseason game. It's more fun. It's more meaningful.
One of them said if you're 4 and 12, you're not going to want those 2 extra games.
Well, yeah. I think I'll probably stay away from that. It's a very good point.
How much do you hit in training camp? The subject that came up when I was at Trey's golf tournament. You hit as much as Andy did?
Well, Andy doesn't hit as much as he used to. So, probably about as much as Andy does, I'm guessing. I don't know what he does right now.
A lot of guys are talking about how teams just don't hit very much in training camp. And I've had guys like Semino say that when he was in Atlanta, they hit maybe twice. What's your feeling on that?
You're not worried about what they think.
No, not what they think, but your feeling about hitting it.
To me, there's a certain amount of hitting you have to do because guys have to get ready to play, you know, in a real physical game. And if they haven't done it, then it's like anything else. You have to do a little bit of hitting. Now, the older guys, the veterans, don't have to do as much as younger guys. But it's not hitting, it's technique, you know. I mean, just get in a position where you keep your head up, you know, on contact. It's kind of a safety issue, kind of a thing. You can't just go out there and put guys in these train wreck situations without having worked on all those fundamental things firsthand to kind of get the, you know, the muscle memory right. You know, and players, I think if they really thought about it, they'd think, you know what this is, I do need to do it somewhere.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.